Hey guys, what's up? It's Rev. So, uh, so I did that Trump video, talking about that. That's just an insane situation and very unique. I'd say very unique in American history that you have what's going on with Trump. But I didn't even really think of him when I was talking about the election, which would tell you a lot about the way I feel about the guy in general. But I should do a Ron DeSantis video, and I can't help but call him that. I'm sorry. All right, but for it to be proper video about the guy Ron DeSantis, okay, that's who I'm going to talk about. I like to call him Rhonda because it's just appropriate. I believe, and I shouldn't even do that. Put that on women, but like the vibe that I get from this guy straight up, right out of the gate with Ron DeSantis is I really feel like there's he's like let's say putting something in the closet and shutting the door. I really get that vibe from him. That if you look him in the face, it like in his it's really you could tell a lot by looking a person in the eyes. Okay, so I'll take off these glasses after that, right? Okay, you could tell a lot by looking a person in the eyes. And I'm telling you, if you're being honest with yourself and you look at that guy in the eyes, there's something off about this dude. Okay, like and Shani and I talk about it, and I'm like 100%. If he stays in this race, which I don't even know why he would, okay, because already as it is, his campaign is tanking as we speak, and they're probably going to be out of money soon, so he'll be out of the race anyway. But we've been talking about this, and it's like 100% in my mind. If it keeps going that he stays in this race, they're going to dig up something with him like sex scandal or some kind of torrid thing with I'm just leaning towards sexual affair of some kind, and maybe of a homosexual nature. I'm telling you, what I get from him, the vibe that I get from him, and this is not against a homosexual community at all, okay? It's not against this. It's actually pro for you guys, okay? The people that are out, just be it's insane. One of the things that DeSantis did in the state was this don't say gay law. Like, that's insanity. That's literally like saying we're just going to pretend that an entire group of people don't exist. That's like crazy. But usually people that feel this strongly about issues like this have something in themselves that they're the problem. It's not that everybody else that exists that is that way is the problem, okay? And they're not a problem in that way. If you are that way, you are that way. That's cool. The point is that this manly man thing that he's trying to do, and that ad that he had was, oh my God, that ad. Wow. The Ron DeSantis ad. It was just, whoa. Like, Eddie, straight guys look at that and they go, dude, like, what is... You really, I mean, he put up shots of Christian Bale portraying the American Psycho, like it's a positive character in his ad. Okay, he had strangely Brad Pitt in Troy, I guess because Troy is like spoken real, Achilles is like real masculine, I guess. Like, But normal guys that are, just regular guys are going looking at that going, that was a pretty gay ad, uh, Ron. And it was. So, and you got this weird remix of the Kate Bush song Running Up the Hill, and it's like like gay nightclub vibe sound and song. Dude, okay? Aside from that, you got this guy, he gets into the governorship of Florida, and he is passing laws they're the most insane, stupid, culture war, weird. It should have no place in American law. But he's having these culture war issues put into law. It's insane. It's like trying to legislate morality. That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's putting in curriculum in schools about how slavery was. There were some benefits and stuff. What the hell is this, man? You really. And like, if you're hearing me say these things, that if you say that you're like okay with that type of stuff, you have to realize that you're no longer in the purview of America. Okay? America was a place of freedom, free for ideas to be put back and forth without the threat of persecution or prosecution. That's what this country was built on. It was meant to be that, a place where you could discuss ideas and not be arrested. Okay? You're literally now putting into law things that are moral issues, that are personal moral issues, and making policy out of completely ridiculous things that are just personal life things. And I don't care how much you want to try and legislate them out of existence, the LGBT community isn't going anywhere, because these people exist. And there's no reason that they should be discriminated against in any way in this country because of their sexual preference. There's no reason. Even down to the cake thing, like the baking the cake for a homosexual couple. My view, and I'm a registered Republican, and I would call myself conservative, but I don't even know what it means anymore at this point. Because maybe a lot of the things that I believe in, that I believe that there should be, assistance for people that can't afford things. I believe in health care for everybody. That people would say they're liberal, but I am for those things. So I don't even know if I could brand myself as a conservative at this point, because I'm not sure where they're at. It's like they want to cut everything at this point. We're living on debt, and we keep putting stuff on debt and continue to do that. And that's where I'm conservative. I'm fiscally conservative. I don't think that we should run the country on credit. But as your dollar is credit. Did you know that? Yeah, it is. It's an IOU to the Federal Reserve. You get rid of the Federal Reserve, a lot of stuff gets better, but I digress. The fact is that fiscal conservative, I'm for that. We should not be running everything on credit, because what happens when you do that, eventually you're going to come to a hyperinflationary scenario, which is where we're not there yet. It's not $100 for a loaf of bread. We're not in hyperinflation. But you can go from where we're at right now with inflation, and everybody knows this, and Biden does the Inflation Reduction Act. What the hell did that do? Nothing, literally. Maybe for a month, stuff was 5 cents cheaper for a month. Maybe. No. You put a Band-Aid on a gaping wound that's gushing, okay? And the longer you let it go, the worse it's going to be. The pain is going to be worse. Yeah, and the Fed, all that goes away. And that's the truth. They manipulate our financial policy by turning switches on and off and cutting liquidity off and turning it on whenever they want to. And that's why you get that organization out. You have the Treasury print direct currency, and the values determined by the constitutional way you do money is the values determined by the legislature. This is how it's done. You don't need a Fed, but for some reason we said, yeah, we should have a private friggin' banking cartel print our currency at interest payments to the nation. Why do you think there is such a massive debt? Where did it come from? You owe it to foreign banks through the Federal Reserve. Right there. That's it. Interest. And it's compounding interest because they're corrupt banking systems. It's a corrupt bank system, period. If you got something like that, that's printing your money as a country, you got massive problem, okay? That's an actual issue. And if I were your Republican candidate for president, I would be discussing monetary policy, and you're seeing the consequence of what with the shit we got into with the Federal Reserve all these years later, right now, down the street, at your pump, paying for gas or paying for a loaf of fucking bread. Okay? And I would say it live on TV. A loaf of fucking bread. Oh, you can't speak like that. We'll have to sanction you. Go ahead and sanction the shit out of me then. Okay? The American people don't stand for crap like this, and they shouldn't. You're being abused by a system, and it's clear. And now the consequences of all of this is starting to play out in your wallet every day. So enough of it, you know? But back to sanctimonious, okay? Like Trump does these little meme type speech like patterns, and it really is effective. But this guy, holy Lord, like he's giving you a taste of the type of stuff that he would be involved with every day as president. He wants to change the country's, the fabric of what we are. And he shows you what he would do in Florida. It's insane. Like thinking about walling off Florida maybe with a wall might be a good idea if people like this guy get put in leadership. Like what is going on in Florida that you would elect this guy? Well, he was going to lose. The thing is, he was going to lose until Trump came in and saved him, which is ridiculous, but that's the truth. Okay, but they're at odds now because he's the top guy. It's either Trump or DeSantis. That's what everybody's saying. It's got to be one of those two. This guy is showing you exactly what he would do. And it's the most authoritarian person that I've seen in modern political history. The moves that he's making as governor of Florida are authoritarian in nature. Okay? Like, this is America. We don't like people that act like Hitler. Get out, Ron DeSantis. Disgusting fat freak. Pudding fingers, Rhonda.